Alright, we should be live now. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Alright, we should be live now.
Okay, the audio does sound good. Should be set up in Discord now officially. One second here. Alright. Sports Ball just uploaded, did it? Huh. It uploaded 1 minute ago. Isn't that something? What's good at Crockett? Welcome. Alright, so I don't really care which game we start with. Would you guys rather see us start with the Chiefs-Texans or the Bucks-Niners? I'm good either way. Obviously, we're going to watch both tonight, so it doesn't really matter. Well, we'll have to watch that. So for those who have not been following along, last stream we had the Raiders beat the Dolphins 17-3, and the Panthers beat the Saints 30-6. We also have a couple games forced win because they crashed. The Cowboys beat the Steamers in double overtime, and the Patriots beat us fairly convincingly. Chiefs, I am really curious to see what happens in this game, so I almost kind of want to see it first too, because I'm very curious to see who wins this game. Alrighty. Hey Siri, can you give me a number between 1 and 2? Siri picked 2, that means we user the Texans. They do not have Aaron Jones healthy. He's out for another 2 weeks, I think. Yeah, he is out for 2 more weeks. What is his ranking? He is the 10th best running back in the league. Okay. I know we got a new face scan on next gen. I don't know any other player who has. Who is their starting running back? It can't be too bad because it's Naruto. Devontae Freeman. Is that Dwayne Washington or DeAndre Washington? It's DeAndre Washington. Okay. Kalen Ballage. Hey, he's Jumpman Borden! What a guy. Alright. Nerves about this game. It should be a fun one. I mean, 10-6 is not a great record for a 2 seed. Obviously, it was no secret this AFC conference kind of sucked this year. But do they have the Oilers jerseys or do the Titans do? I think the Titans do. Okay, that kind of sucks. He said, "Oh, thanks, bud." 4 superstar X Factors, 3 on the Texans. You got Russell Wilson, Travis Kelce, Keenan Allen, and Devin Cordy. Superstars, a lot of offensive linemen. A lot of them. Mitchell Schwartz, Brandon Brooks, Rodney Hudson, Jason Kelce, David Castro, Demario Davis, Nick Boyle. Is that it? Isn't Trent Williams on this team? He might be hurt. But if you want to find superstar offensive linemen, this is a game to watch. Maybe today we will finally see some good rushing offenses. I don't know. Possibly. I mean, J.K. Dobbins played well in the Carolina game last stream, so I guess there's that. And in the second game today, we get to see CMC. So if Houston wins, they will play New England, and the Raiders would play the Cougars. If the Chiefs win, the Chiefs will play the Cougars, and the Raiders play New England. So this game totally determines what the second round of matchups looks like in the AFC. Run game should be better since we have an actual running back. That's true. I believe Studa is still hurt at the moment. So I think your running backs are what? Rashad Penny, J.D. McKissick. I think you guys have Antonio Gibson too. I mean, in this game, that's not great. That's pretty much the Washington football team's backfield, but with Rashad Penny. If I had Saquon, that'd be fitting. Add another running back. A team that started a quarterback at running back versus a team who signs backup running backs to $20 million a year. Very different outlooks when it comes to running the ball. But both teams have really good offensive lines and try to run the ball well. Looks like the Texans will start this one on offense. So we get to see MVP finalist Russell Wilson and company out first. Here for now, internet is barely working. Well, thanks for coming through anyway, Boomy. So Russell Wilson had a fine season. I don't think he deserved to be top 3 for the MVP, and I'm pretty sure he was. He wasn't bad. Certainly wasn't bad. But, I mean, 14 picks. It's not like he was outstanding this year. He was good. But I don't know if I'd say he's great, or he's been great. I wouldn't say he has been great. I wonder what Travis Kelce's going to do today. Yeah, Trent Williams is out for the Chiefs. Okay. So is cornerback Ronald Darby. He's out for 2 weeks. Who else do the Chiefs have at corner? I don't know. We'll see if it matters. Devontae Freeman loses 5. Okay. That is Dayon Buchanan. I did not know he was still in the game, but here we are. The more you know. Back to Kelsey. He gets it. Safeties. I mean, they're not going to have a particularly fun day trying to cover Kelsey, so I think the Texans have A.J. Green. I want to say they have Tyler Lockett, too. I mean, this is a good offense. Russ on the run. Good start for Houston. That is Sammy Watkins. I did not even know they had Watkins, too. This offense is kind of loaded. It's this Texans defense that is a little bit more worrisome for their sake. So, I wouldn't be surprised if it... Oh, dear, it's a fumble. I was about to say I wouldn't be surprised it's one of the more high-scoring games, but the Texans proceed to turn over the football. And the Chiefs have it back. The rookie, Isaiah Thomas, who, in my opinion, did have an MVP caliber season, will lead his crew onto the field. The Chiefs were very inconsistent in watch games. They sucked against the Chargers. They were really good against us. And I don't know if we saw any other Chiefs games. But a huge turnover for KC. We'll see what the game plan looks like for Isaiah. See if they just want to have him go loose. As Darrell Bevel said earlier this week, he wants his guys to play like their hair is on fire. Thomas trying to go deep. He's sacked by Adrian Claiborne. Third and long now. Kansas City has to get something going, and in typical Madden fashion, got a quick check down because why not? And I did not mean to press that button.
Jordan Berry in punt formation.
For the first, 2 minutes, I was expecting some high-scoring phenomenon, but I guess not. Maybe we're going to have more defense than I expected. I mean, considering it's a watch game, there's always a ton of defense in watch games. Hence why we're probably moving to arcade mode to start next season, as I have previously alluded to in other streams, but it's too late to change now, so we're obviously doing simulation for the rest of this playoff run. Russ is 4 for 4. He is cooking. We all know the "let Russ cook" saying. Well, he has done that up to this point. Russ is 1 yard shy of the magic number. If only Sternberger had gained 6 there. That would have been so much better. Wheel route for Watkins. Or no, that's Devontae Freeman, not Sadie Watkins. I just saw the hair, and I assumed it was Watkins. But that's a 39-yard touchdown for Devontae Freeman. So Houston is on the board first. Whenever I say this game's going to have a bunch of offense, defense happens. Whenever I say there's going to be a bunch of defense, offense happens. That's what it is. And Russell Wilson has looked really good so far. Not a great start for the Chiefs, but, I mean, their offenses only have a ball for 3 plays, so we got to see what they can do. Maybe this is one of their watch games where they happen to play really bad, or maybe they'll pick it up after the first quarter. It's going to be a long game. I mean, we're already almost done the first quarter. Only 2:41 to go. So we're making fairly good time. When did we start the stream? Like 10 minutes ago? Probably around 10 minutes, yeah. I was not looking at the screen, but it looks like something happened for the Chiefs. A first down for Nick Boyle.
The pass complete to Nick Boyle. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at their 49-yard line.
Maybe the Chiefs just can't run the ball at all. Maybe it's not Studa. I mean, they only ran it a couple times, but maybe they just don't have that type of game-changing ability in the backfield. I think they did get it there, yeah. Rashad Penny got 3, but they just not had that game-changing ability in the backfield that other teams have. That could be the case. And now, right as I say that, J.D. McKissick gets a nice run. So, whenever I say something today, the opposite seems to happen. So, kind of weird. Final play of the quarter. Chiefs have a nice little drive here late. Texans up 7-0, but Kansas City has it at what, like 27? The opposing 27, that is. So that means they are not too far away from the end zone. And it's a first down, too. So certainly anybody's game here. Has anybody thrown an incompletion today? I don't think either quarterback. I think Russ is like 6 for 6 or something, and Isaiah Thomas is 5 for 5. This is certainly interesting. Again, right as I say something, the opposite happens. There's the incompletion. All right. If I say the Chiefs don't convert here, does that mean they're going to convert? I don't think you got it. Nope. 4th and inches, I would probably go for it here. I mean, yeah, I see why they would take the point, but you're already this close. So I would have gone for it.
His kick is good. Makes the score Texans.
But nonetheless, the Chiefs are on the board as it is now 7-3.
Sam Sloman set to kick off. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
QB sneak up the middle. Come on. That should have been the call. I agree. I don't know who this play caller is, and I don't know what he's doing. And what on earth was that coverage? I think Travis Kelce has tested positive because the other defensive backs were socially distancing themselves away from him. This defense is not looked all that good today outside of the fumble. Texans offense is moving it with ease.
Number 24, Devontae Freeman, the ball carrier. Roquan Smith in on the tackle. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Chiefs' 31-yard line.
2nd and 9, they get 8. Watch them run the ball and actually get it. Something the Chiefs should have done on 4th and inches. Now it's 3rd and inches. Watch the Texans do it successfully. Okay, the first time I've said something that's actually come true. Devontae Freeman gets 6. Texans are getting close to the red zone. Still 5 minutes to go in the half, but Kansas City's defense has not looked encouraging. This Texans offense has been outstanding, and right as I say that, they turn it over again. Deion Buchanan, who I think had a fumble recovery earlier in the game, now gets a pick. You're screwing this game for us? Well, that time I helped you guys. That time my jinx worked out for the Chiefs. So the Texans have 3 good drives, but they've turned it over twice, which is odd. Can Kansas City take the lead now? Wow, their coach is awfully skinny.
2nd and 2 at the 26-yard line.
That's like some Brandon Ingram levels of skinny. 2nd and 2, McKissick did not get it. Maybe a yard. 3rd and inches, they just got to punch it up the middle. Okay, I was wondering why he was running backwards for a second, but he did get it, so it's all good for KC.
2 yards on the play. 1st down, Kansas City.
And Isaiah Thomas gets sacked. Claiborne with his 2nd. I don't know which Chiefs lineman is on him. I don't know if it's one of their superstars or not, but good half for Adrian Claiborne. We got to see some yeets. The Chiefs are probably one of the more aggressive teams in the league, I would say, when it comes to trying to make big plays, and they do get a 1st down. So there's that.
And a 1st down, Chiefs.
Nice hit. I don't know who that was who made the play, but good hit by the linebacker.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Forcing an incompletion.
McKissick, the ball carrier.
And that will bring us to the 2-minute warning. It's been a quick first half.
A 3-yard gain on
Texans up 7-3. The Texans offense has looked really good, but they've turned it over twice. So we'll see if the Chiefs can take advantage here and make the Texans regret these turnovers, or if Houston can actually capitalize when they're on offense. Chiefs have plenty of time. There's no excuse for them not to score. Did he catch that? I thought he caught it for a second. That would have been a sick play. But, I mean, the Chiefs have plenty of time, so there's no excuse for them not to at least score a field goal at worst. Good play after the catch by whoever that is to the 31-yard line.
complete to Calvin Ridley. The pass complete to D.D. Westbrook. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
And it looks like we have our first timeout
26-yard line.
by the Chiefs. 57 seconds. I mean, we know Madden clock management is bad, but I don't think the Chiefs' offense is bad enough to where that would be an issue. As they call their second timeout. That play only lasted like 3-4 seconds though. So they moved down the field by 8 yards and only took 3 seconds off the clock. And obviously used the timeout, but I mean, they still have plenty of time here. Now to the 8. They don't have to call time here. They should still go no huddle, yeah. It's now down to 35 seconds. I imagine we'll see a few throws in the end zone. They could maybe run the ball here if they wanted to. Or that. Okay, they've got to get back to the line quickly. Wow, they did get back quick. They'll probably have time for another play. And I was about to say something about using that timeout, but it won't matter. A late touchdown for Calvin Ridley, so Kansas City is going to be on top with 13 seconds to go in the first half. Nice throw from Isaiah Thomas, who had himself a really nice drive. And Isaiah Thomas is playing a lot better today than Riley Painter did in his first playoff game. Again, not that the Dolphins regret picking him at 5, but Isaiah Thomas has been the best rookie quarterback this year. And you guys get the ball at half? I believe that's true, yeah. Yeah, the first drive the Texans had and they fumbled it, you're right. So that's a big deal. The Chiefs have a ton of momentum right now. Things are certainly going at their favor after a little bit of a slow start. Texans are probably just going to run the ball here. You'd figure a Naruto-led offense would have a good running game, but not today, partly because Aaron Jones is out, but also because they just have not ran the ball well. Chiefs are up 10-7. Both quarterbacks have looked really good, and we've seen some ugly quarterback play in this postseason, so it is refreshing to see both teams throwing the ball well. Neither team is running it well. Texans are averaging 12 yards a play, and they're still losing. Ouch. Chiefs have themselves an opportunity here to really break open this game. If they win, remember, they play the Cougars. The Chiefs and the Cougars would actually be a really good game. I think the Chiefs and the Cougars would probably be the two best teams left in the AFC if Kansas City wins today. I still don't trust the Raiders, and New England was just too on and off at the end of the year to where I can't really trust them either. I'm not saying a Chiefs and Cougars game would be whoever wins goes to the OFL Bowl, because in Madden simulation literally anything is possible, but I think if Kansas City wins, they'll probably be the second best team left in the conference. So certainly a legit Super Bowl shot for either team. I mean, the Texans, if they win this game, they would play New England, which is not easy. I would rather play the Raiders, but I think the Texans are better than New England.
First down, Chiefs.
Did I say earlier Isaiah Thomas is like 17 for 20? I mean, he is throwing the ball really well today. Right as I say that, how does this happen? Whenever I say something, the opposite happens. That is Ben Bufford, the rookie corner out of UCF. I don't get it. Whenever I say something, the opposite happens. This is wild. This is like way too odd to be true. I clearly have some kind of jinx. I don't know how I got it, but I clearly have some kind of jinx. This is really weird. Alright, I have an idea. The Lions are gonna hire a terrible coach and GM. Okay, now, knowing the Lions, that'll probably still happen, but Houston was solid starting field position, too. They got the interception at around midfield or so. And so far, so good for the Texans.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. That's good.
I don't think Freeman got it, did he? Oh, he did! Okay, you're going to give it to him.
First and 10 at the
Interesting call.
31-yard line.
Why did Russ not cut to the left? And then he stumbled. Russell Wilson had 2 shots to make that a really good run. And, I mean, he gained 9. But
A gain of 9 brings up
Russ really had a shot there.
at the 22-yard line.
But the Texans are moving it really well. These offenses are actually playing good today. It is refreshing to watch an OFL game with good offense. I know the scoreboard doesn't really show it, but these teams are moving the ball well. So it looks like we got a touchdown here. I wasn't looking at the screen because I'm dumb. But we got a flag, and this one's probably coming back. Holding on the offense. On Jumpman Bawden, too. Oof. Now it's 1st and 19. The Texans have had so many opportunities to score, and they just haven't. They've been close a number of times. And they have failed every time. Second and 12. There's Travis Kelce. What a play! Breaking multiple tackles into the end zone for a Houston Texans touchdown, and they're back on top with 2:39 to go in the third. Although these offenses have been fairly good today, points have been hard to come by. So when you can score, you have to take advantage. And Travis Kelce just bulldozed those defenders.
His kick is good. Makes the score Texans 14, Chiefs 10.
But I mean, the Chiefs' offense is putting fate in their own hands. They still have a really solid shot to win this game. They're getting the ball back. And their offense outside of the interceptions look good today. Isaiah Thomas has thrown the ball well. Now, with me saying that, he's probably going to throw a pick on the first drive, or the first play of the drive. But, I mean, he has looked pretty good today. Him and Russ, both of them have looked quite solid in this one. That was nearly picked. That was very close. That would have been picked. That would have just been ironic, to say the least. Second and 10. Nice throw by IT to the 36. Still got 10 minutes to go in this game. That is more than enough time for either team to win. Not just the Chiefs, the Texans as well. Looks like Thomas was trying to get it up there for, I think, Nick Boyle, I think that is. But he is off the mark. Gain of 8, 3rd and 2. Do they run it? I mean, the Chiefs' rushing offense has not been that good today, even without Scuda. But do you still trust their rushing? What was that? Okay, I guess I like the idea, but he kind of threw it too soon. And that'll force a punt, so a huge stop for Houston. The momentum has really switched very quickly at times and sporadically in this game, so certainly anything can happen, but now things seem to be going the way of the Texans.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
.122 in the third. The Texans do not start off great field position. That was almost a what a punt. And here goes Devontae Freeman. Okay, well that field position issue is out the window.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
All the way to the 47. This game has changed quickly in the favor of the Houston Texans today. This game it's not over. It's a 4-point game, so you can't be saying it's over quite yet. There's still plenty of time for a comeback. Although things are not on KC's side at the moment. Defense can't do any. I mean, your defense hasn't been all that good today. I'm not going to stand here and act like it has been. Devontae Freeman is starting to pick up the pace. Obviously, Russ has been really good. So Kansas City's not losing this game because of their offense, but there is still a whole quarter left to go. So the Texans took the lead into the third, but can they hold on to the lead in the fourth? Nobody has held a lead going from quarter to quarter. From first to second, the Chiefs got it. Then from second to third, the Texans got it. So we'll see if that streak can remain or if the Texans can hold on and go to... Oh, they wouldn't go anywhere if they'd beat at home. Can the Texans hold on and host New England? Naruto did win a ring, remember, last year at the end of OFL 20. I mean, that New England team wasn't really constructed by him, but he was still the coach. So Naruto's teams have been in this situation before. He's won playoff games in the past. We'll see if he can start OFL. Oh dear, the internet connection quality is currently not. Is it off? Hold on. No, we're on. Okay, that's odd. If someone notices any issues, please let me know, because it looks fine through my iPad that I have the chat in front of. Seems fine.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now from the 20, a touchdown would be gigantic here for Houston, and a stop would be gigantic for KC. Chiefs have allowed 316 yards today. That's a lot for a watch game, and their defense is ranked 4th in the league in the regular season, so this Chiefs defense is usually good. But today they've been disappointing as they get a huge stop there. So by not allowing the touchdown, Kansas City is still in this game. Even if they did allow a touchdown, they'd still be in it, but keeping it a one-score game is huge. So if you're a Chiefs fan, you've got to be happy with that. And if you're a Texans fan, you've got to be pretty happy yourself, because you're up by 7 and have a shot to win this playoff game. And Houston is certainly in the driver's seat, but Kansas City can change that fairly quickly. And we've seen today that team on top has changed quickly at times. Let's see if a rookie can do in his most important drive so far as an OFL quarterback. Can he lead his team to a tie? Because he can't really lead them to victory yet. We can't be talking about winning when a touchdown here would tie it. 2nd and 6, incomplete. Big third down here. One of the most important plays so far of the season. And it is incomplete. A 3-and-out. I've got to assume they're going to punt it. Wow, a huge stop by Houston. A 3-and-out for Kansas City. And now the Texans are in a really good position. That is a huge stop. The Chiefs are definitely not out of it, but not good news. Intercept that. I mean, you guys still got the stop, so a good drive for the Texans, even though they did not get the turnover. Sports Ball was 31 minutes. That's a long Sports Ball. But yeah, this is the first watched game in the playoffs that there's been quite a bit of offense. It's not a super high-scoring game, but these offenses have been moving it. Russ has been really good. Isaiah Thomas has been quite good as well. So this has definitely been one of the better playoff games so far. You could use a turnover. A turnover would be big here. The Texans turned it over twice today. And both of those turnovers, they were fairly close to scoring. Can the Chiefs get themselves a third? Recap of the game. Both offenses are moving the ball really well. We've not had a lot of punts. Both quarterbacks have thrown a pick, but both quarterbacks have played well. The Texans are running the ball well, the Chiefs are not. So I guess here's the big difference. There's been more offense than the score suggests, and quite a bit of yardage. If you win, you get to face your former team. That is true. Texans win, they play New England. Raiders play the Cougars. If the Chiefs win, they play the Cougars, and the Raiders play New England. So, actually, both games today, since they're the 2 seed versus the 7 seed, they fully determine the other games. So we don't know anything about the other games until the 2 games we're watching today are obviously done. If Naruto beats Alpo in the second round, that would be funny. That would be kind of funny. Russ on the run. He connects. Chiefs got to get themselves a stop here. If it becomes a 2-point possession game, I mean, it's still possible for Kansas City to win, but it's not likely. Then again, I guess Nick has missed it, but for those who've been in here, everything I've said today, the exact opposite has happened. Whenever I say someone is doing good on offense, there's a turnover. Other scenarios of that, when the defense is playing well, the offense allows a big gain. Oh, wow, there's 2 minutes left. That was quick. I thought there was like 4 minutes left. What happened? Texans are going to be running the ball, and the Chiefs have to use their timeouts. Chiefs are down to 2, 2nd and 6. So Kansas City's best bet, assuming they don't get a turnover, getting a stop, force a field goal. Okay, well they didn't get a stop. Yeah, this game looks like it's pretty much done, barring a turnover. Which is certainly unlikely. All the Texans have to do is punch it in, and then they should be fine. Chiefs only have 1 timeout. And now they are down to... Oh, the Texans have to call time. A.J. Green is hurt. That could be big. Or it could be meaningless if they score here. And they don't. Kansas City gets a stop. So if Kansas City gets another stop, they'll have a minute to go. No timeouts, down by 10. You're hearing no volume. Your dad is making you watch a horse movie. That's odd. Well, have fun watching the horse movie. Is he in? I think so. No! It looked like he was in, to be honest. Okay. I thought they were going to punch it in because this is Madden. But no, they're going for the field goal. That's an easy call. They get a 2-score lead and pretty much ice the game. And he got it. Texans are a minute away from winning their first playoff game in OFL history, because Jose's never won a playoff game. So this would be the first playoff win in OFL Houston Texans history. I think this is their first playoff game in OFL Texans history. Now that I say that. Because Jose's first playoff appearance was obviously this year for the Saints, I think. I don't think he made it in 19. First game, I don't know if you can hear me, but yes. I'll just write yes. If you can hear me, then whoop-de-doo. With 52 seconds left, can the Kansas City Chiefs create a miracle? We've seen crazier things in the OFL. We've seen crazier. We've seen some wacky games. But not many more would be wackier than this one. Sports ball is long because a bunch of people participated. Oh. I was just expecting 15 minutes of Steelers and Ravens shenanigans. Because that game deserves 15 minutes of shenanigans. 4th and 4, this is it! Okay, it's caught. So, the Chiefs are still technically alive. Although they won't be for much longer. Clock stops. I suppose that's good news for Kansas City. Down to 25 seconds, and what do? You throw it up the middle. So now the Chiefs got to go for a Hail Mary, onside kick, another Hail Mary. That's their best bet. Did he smoke the Raiders? I would imagine. If not, if he did not smoke the Raiders, we're gonna have a problem because the Raiders deserve to get slandered after losing to Atlanta. And that is your ball game, everybody. The Houston Texans will be moving on to play the New England Patriots. The Cougars will play the Raiders, and the Kansas City Chiefs are eliminated from the playoffs here in year 1. I think I picked the Chiefs to win this game. So I've gotten quite a number of games wrong. But at this stage of the OFL, it is kind of unpredictable, with all the teams being still quite even. I think the big difference was that the Texans could run the ball today and the Chiefs couldn't. And that's why Houston won. They ran the ball really well, especially in the second. They did not run the ball well in the first half, but in the second half, Devontae Freeman was really good. Both teams had good quarterback play. The passer ratings are quite far away from each other, but I think both Isaiah and Russ were pretty good. First try, first win for the Texans. Not Naruto individually, obviously, but for Houston. Nick Boyle led the game in receptions. Yards went to Travis Kelce, who had a touchdown. Devontae Freeman and Calvin Ridley as well with receiving touchdowns. I think there were only 2 sacks today, both by the Texans, right? Both by Adrian Claiborne, yes. Ben Buffer, Daniel Buchanan with picks, and then the Chiefs forced a fumble. Trey Boston recovered by Trey Boston. Alrighty, there we go. 1 game down, 1 to go. Our second game is the Bucks and the Niners. The Bucks are the 7 seed. However, I think if they were in the AFC, they'd be like the 2 seed. The Niners are also a very good team, but they lost to a team of backups, including a punter at quarterback. So, you can never trust the Niners. When we've watched these teams this year, they've both looked good. Siri, can you give me a number between 1 and 2? It worked in the first game. Siri, give me a number between 1 and 2. Siri chooses 2. That means we're going to use San Francisco. The users have not fared well in this postseason, but we did just use the Texans who won. Great rookie year indeed. I mean, I don't think anybody expected this from your players, so certainly a lot of momentum going into your second season. That punter was key, and I don't care, he's still a punter. We should do a coach playoff wins and losses. I'm confused. Like all time in any OFL? I'd imagine Naruto will be pretty high on that list. Alright. We gotta go with the OFL 20 Classics. Do we want to go with the All Blacks or the All Whites? I'm getting like Hakeem Butler flashbacks. We're gonna go with the All White. 2 X Factors today, 1 for each team. Christian McCaffrey and Tre'Davious White. Superstars, you got Tyron Smith, Levante David, Dak Prescott, CJ Henderson, Ndamukong Suh, and Patrick Queen. At least we get to see IT one more time. When would that be? In Season 2 and Season 3 and all the other seasons we do? Next time we watch the Niners, we'll rock with the All Blacks if we get them as a user. Which could be in this playoffs, but if the dynamic trio of Jordan Love, Christian McCaffrey, and Terry McLaurin have anything to say about it, this could be it. I'm pretty sure I picked the Bucks to win this game. I think Tampa Bay is a little bit better, but they're the 7 seed, San Francisco's the 2 seed. So, we'll see if Madden 21 finds another way to screw Husker. You hate the NFC, I don't blame you. Being forced to watch a horse video, I don't know why your boss was doing that. I mean, that's odd. Screw you, Niners. Go. I mean, the Bucks kept you guys out of a wild card spot. So, you should be disliking both of these teams. Getting flashbacks. I lost to you in that jersey. That is probably true. I think, yeah, Naruto was the coach in Season 4 and Season 5, and we beat New England in Season 4. We killed them in the Season 4 OFL Bowl. Actually, the only of the OFL Bowls between the Niners and New England last year, the only close one was the first one, that game where New England had the ridiculous comeback. Then we took it into overtime, had that insane 4th down play, and then Hakeem Butler did the rest. And then the other 2 were blowouts. Bucks did not beat you twice this year. That's fair. Is this the last wild card game? This is it. The 6th and final wild card game. It was certainly weird having 6 wild card games instead of 4. And then we will move on to the divisional round either this coming weekend or early next week. Tough way to go indeed, but I mean, you guys certainly exceeded all expectations going into this year. Missed the playoffs, win or lose. If you guys won, you would have been what, 10-6? The Bucks were 10-6 as well. I don't really know who Madden would have picked. Knowing Madden, it could literally be anybody. It could have been the worst team in the NFC, which I think was the Rams, because they have the number one pick. They could have picked the Rams if they wanted to, because it's EA Sports, and you never know. I think we only saw the Niners once this year. I'm pretty sure when they played Portland. They won that game, and that's when Portland's collapse started. And then it certainly went downhill for the Snowhawks after that. Niners are led by running back Austin Eckler, who is quite the guy. Just got to get some better defensive players and a running back. I would agree with that. I think that's a fair assessment of what you guys have to do. Dak's first throw of the day is a check down. I feel like the OFL 29ers did not throw a lot of checkdowns, which is kind of odd. Because in watch games, I mean, it's checkdowns galore for, it feels like everybody else, but I really don't remember us throwing a lot of checkdowns last year. Which makes sense because we were one of the better teams in watch games. Coincidence? I think not. I wonder if the next-gen sim logic is any better. Probably not, because the game is extremely similar. I played the next-gen version of Madden for the first time today. The gameplay feels better, I'll say that. The gameplay feels good. The graphics are a little bit better, and that's it. The menus are identical. There is no difference in the slightest. And I would have to imagine the sim logic as well is exactly the same. If not, I would be quite surprised. Look at Eckler go. Niners are moving it early.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Remember when Arizona went like 6-0 and still missed the playoffs? I don't exactly remember that, but I mean, I know that season 5 is when every good team missed the playoffs. That NFC was a disaster. Didn't the Rams make the OFL Bowl? I think it was the Rams. Yeah, that NFC, that final season was a mess. Now that you think about it, I do remember Arizona starting off really hot. Yeah. You never know with Madden. You just never know. This has been a good drive from the Niners. I am enjoying actually having quite a bit of offense in these watch games. This is foreign to me, but it's fun. Second and goal. Is he in? He is in. That's a Niner touchdown. EA went drunk at season 5, but New England still made it, as they did every year, but I mean the NFC was totally drunk, yeah. That was just a flat-out mess.
The kicker on for the point after.
So the Niners get the ball first, and they strike first with a touchdown. That was a 10-play drive. Now it's time to see what Jordan Love and company can do. I think we saw the Bucks once as well. No, we might have saw them twice. Yeah, didn't we see them get killed once by Carolina? They blew out somebody like London earlier in the season, and then they got killed by Carolina. So we'll see what happens here. Hashtag Twitter. Oh, I see there's probably a tweet in the OFL server. And then Lucario responds, nobody likes the Chiefs. That is, funny. Hawks had to put the ball in the hands of that man, Christian McCaffrey, and their top receiver, Terry McLaurin, both of whom have had statistically ridiculously good years. McCaffrey only loses 4, and I say only because that could have been a lot worse. I think it's Trey Flowers. It is Trey Flowers with the play. Flag. Uh-oh, if it's on San Francisco, that might be a first down. And it's not. It's on the Bucs. It's a false start for, I would imagine that's probably Titus Howard. So now it's 3rd and 10. If the Niners win this game, they will play the Panthers, and Dallas would play Green Bay. If the Bucs win, the Bucs play Green Bay, and the Panthers would play Dallas. So NFC certainly looks interesting. Only one relocation team left, which is the Cougars, who have not played in the playoffs yet. Hot start for the Niners. They score, and then they get a 3 and out, and then Dak is nearly intercepted. That was going to be a pick 6 too if he caught it. Now the Bucs defense is starting to work a little bit. I don't know who Haynes is. I think he might be a rookie, but I don't know who that is. Dak throws it away, so it does not look like this will be a Niner blowout that Nenny could have anticipated after the first 2 drives. I think Josh Gordon just got reinstated. How many times is that a record? I'm actually Googling this. Most times an NFL player's ever been reinstated. It has to be Josh Gordon. Good for him for sobering up, but we've said that about 5 times now. How about most times an NFL player's been suspended? Apparently the longest suspension is Vontaze Burfict's 12-game suspension. That's the longest suspension in the league. That can't be true. That cannot be true. No, because some players have been suspended for like a year for using the juice. Hold on. Yeah, 3 players have been suspended for life. So all right, let's try. Most times an NFL player has been reinstated. I don't know if that's a record, but most times an NFL player has been reinstated. The first Wikipedia page that comes up is list of suspensions in the National Football League. The second one that comes up is Josh Gordon. That's funny. And kind of true. He's on Seattle still, right? I think so. So Seattle casually adds another super talented receiver along with DK and Lockett, because why not? As if they need another 3rd good receiver.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Niners' 36-yard line.
Bucs are starting to play a little bit better. Jordan Love is 4 for 4. He only has 25 yards, though. You want to see him eat it. Because Jordan Love, can you eat it? We just got to see him do it.
Love's pass complete to Christian McCaffrey. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 24-yard line.
Now in the red zone, a lot of short passes, but a lot of passes that have worked.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Tampa Bay.
Octi ignored my message. Yeah, I did. I guess I did. And I'm proud of it. Wink, wink.
Christian McCaffrey on the carry. Tackle made at the 16-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Hashtag pain. Major pain moment is what the Bucs nearly felt there if San Francisco caught that ball.
Intended for Terry McLaurin. Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 8 yards.
3rd and 8. Is that a touchdown? That looks like it. It's a touchdown for the Bucs.
Pass complete to Will Fuller. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Graham Gano on for the extra point. His kick is good. That ties the game at 7. Graham Gano set to kick.
Can you help the Chiefs with free agency? I mean, you can tell him certain players you want to sign. You can't necessarily make the signings, but you can definitely be in his ear saying, sign this player. The free agency class is going to be weak, because that's how fantasy drafts work. All the good players, based on where they're drafted, that's what their contracts are. So the free agency class won't be great, but players are allowed to encourage their coaches to sign certain players. There's a guy you want, you can certainly tell your coach that he should sign him. That doesn't mean the coach has to sign him, but you can encourage him.
Austin Eckler, the ball carrier. Brian Poole on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Can you help the Thunderbirds with free agency? No, you're not allowed to. You have no affiliation with the team.
It's now 3rd down.
JK.
9 yards.
Or maybe I'm not JK. I don't know.
That's good for a 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Halfway through the second, tied at 7. Niners started off this game hot. Bucs are playing a little bit better.
And Dominican Sue on the stop. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd at their
And I think we've got ourselves a really interesting football game.
Prescott's pass.
Neither offense has been great, but neither offense has been bad either. Both of them have been very average.
4 brings up 3rd and 1.
Hey, coach, can you trade me to Toronto? I want to hold clipboards behind Patrick Mahomes. I'm going to change your sentence. I want to hold clipboards behind Keaton, not Patrick Mahomes. Keaton went 1-0. Mahomes went like, I don't know what his record was, but it was a lot worse. It was like probably 3-10. I don't know exactly, but it wasn't great.
It's a pickup of 3.
The winning percentage was better without Patrick Mahomes and a team of backups than it was with Mahomes and the starters. I was about to say 2-minute warning, but clock stops as Kenneth Murray is hurt. And now we are at the 2-minute warning. 7 apiece, but the Niners are getting close. I believe that is Van Jefferson, not Justin. Bucs do start the ball in the second half, which is good news for them. The Chiefs were winning and started the football in the second half in the first game, and they lost. So, starting the ball only means so much, but for what it's worth, the Bucs get it. If I'm the Niners, I let time run off this clock. They're not going to do that, but they should. try to limit how long the Bucks have the ball. But it's clock management. Was he in bounds? He was. That's good news for San Francisco because they can, I cannot speak, because they can choose some clock.
Second and goal at the 3-yard line.
And they scored the touchdown with, like, what, a minute to go? That is number 82. I don't know who you are. Foster Moreau with 59 seconds. So the Niners are up with 59 to go in the half. The Bucks have back-to-back possessions here pretty much because they have the ball now and they start the ball in the third quarter. So that is certainly an interesting situation they've got themselves into.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
.59 seconds and 3 timeouts. That's a fair amount of time for the Bucks. Do we know Jordan Love can yeet it? So better him than someone who can't. The question is, will he yeet it? And knowing Madden, that is a huge, huge question.
Out of bounds at the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Down to 55 seconds. It is second and 4. Short throw for Christian McCaffrey. And it looks like he might be gone. Okay, maybe not gone, but he gets it from 131 to the other. So yeah, the Bucks are scoring. Will they score 3 or will they score 7? And the Niners, I was not looking at the game for a second. It looks like the Niners got the ball. What happened? I should not have missed the action, but the Niners have gotten the ball back. This is what I get for not looking at the TV for 15 seconds. Intercepted by Levante David. Wow. Well, that's something. You're going to have a lot of defense to yell at my coach's ear. I mean, I think your best bet about getting really good defensive players is probably through trading. So, I guess keep your eyes on the trade block, and if there's somebody who you think your coach should get, then let him know. He doesn't have to get that player, but he can if he wants, if he thinks your suggestion is a good idea. Niners have 21 seconds and no timeouts. Yeah, they're not going to score. But they're lucky they're only down by, or they're lucky they're up by 7. Okay, maybe they will score. I said about a minute ago, the Bucks are going to score either a field goal or a touchdown. Well, a touchdown has been scored, but not by the Bucks. I believe that was Corey Davis. So, it looked like we were going to be tied or having a one-score game at halftime. No, the Niners are up by 14. You want Jelani Tavai? As if, look at Dak's passing yards on the drive. Nice.
The Bucks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Maybe give Jelani Tavai Superstar X Factor and make him like a 95 overall. Then maybe the Chiefs will win him. The Bucks call a timeout after getting 5. Okay. Either try to score or run the ball. Pick one. Don't do both. Okay, Hail Mary time. We get to see Jordan Love yeet it. And I'm excited about that. I was expecting a yeet, and I am disappointed. Bucks deserve to be down by 14 because we didn't get to see Jordan Love take a shot for the end zone because he is a cannon. 21-7, Niners lead. Bucks start the ball, but Niners are looking good right now. Niners are looking real good. San Francisco with a huge ending to the second half. It was 7-7 at like the 2-minute warning, I think, and now it's 21-7. Bucks have to score on this drive or else. Sheesh! They're not going to be looking good. Okay, that was pretty nice. A Dale McBride-esque spin move by, I believe, Terry McLaurin, who has done nothing today until now. The fact that McLaurin did not get the ball once in the first half, I mean, that's pretty inexcusable.
Christian McCaffrey, the ball carrier. Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
2nd and 10, McCaffrey with a decent gain. 3rd and 5, Bucks got to do something here.
He's brought down by Tre'Davious White. A gain of 4. And this is 3rd down.
And they don't get it. You could argue that's a pass interference. You could certainly make the argument. Is that a what a punt? Oh, not at all. Okay. That was actually kind of a bad punt.
At their own 26-yard line.
Eckler had a pretty good first half. If the Niners can keep him involved, they should be good.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
What an offensive performance. You guys were playing fairly fine at the beginning, and then you guys had a late turnover in the first half, and things went kind of poorly. So Bucks have been on the downswing the past like 5 minutes or so after a decent start. Dak has played quite well today. He has 2 touchdowns. Had a really nice throw to Corey Davis at the end of the first half. So the Niners are certainly in the driver's seat. This game is far from over. Bucks certainly have a ton of talent, as Patrick Queen, I believe that is, makes a really nice play. That is Patrick Queen.
Patrick Queen on the tackle. A loss of 1.
Crockett says, no, I'm good, Dick. I don't blame you, Crockett. I wouldn't want him either. And this goes for real life, too. 3rd and 11, Dak does not get it. He actually loses 2 yards. It's Romeo Okwara with the sack. Probably the only good player on the Lions defense this year in real life, which is sad. But it's good to see Romeo breaking out. That also means we're going to have to pay him in like 2 years, if we want to. I don't know if the new regime will. Good punt.
Christian McCaffrey on the return. The Bucks take over 1st and
Nothing much fair for McCaffrey. Bucks have to feed him the ball, and they have to feed Terry McLaurin the ball. There's no excuse to why Terry McLaurin has 1 catch today, because statistically, he's probably the best receiver in the conference. And then McCaffrey's obviously McCaffrey. Really hope Chargers active in the offseason. I mean, if you can get him to be active, I mean, there's certainly a lot less coaches that are less active than him. So, you're in a better situation than other players, I would say. Tavai is elite at helping the other team. That's true. He helped your tank. He helped your tank. And now you have to hope FG made a really good middle linebacker class.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Back to CMC. CMC's had a fine game. He hasn't done anything crazy, but he had that one big catch, which then the interception was like the very next play. Turbo Taylor is hurt, the OFL 20 GOAT, who hasn't been all that impressive in OFL 21, but, I mean, that slot receiver in that Chief scheme, he was pretty darn good. 3rd and 4, I don't think he got it, nope. 4th and inches, if you're the Bucks, what do you have to lose? I know you have it at your own 43, but there's pretty much 10 minutes left to go here in a playoff game. You're down by 14. And they're going to punt it. I'm not surprised by this call. But on 4th and inches, I wouldn't hate the idea of going for it. I don't think punting is a terrible call. I probably would have gone for it, though. Pretty good punt, though. I find it funny that both of these teams' best players are their punt returner. Chris McCaffrey for the Bucks and Tre'Davious White for the Niners. That's kind of ironic. But, I mean, both are solid returners.
Number 30, Austin Eckler, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. Austin Eckler, the ball carrier. C.J. Henderson on the tackle. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1. Eckler, he got it. That was close, though. It looked like he wasn't going to get it. Good play from Eckler, as long as the Niners are scoring the football. If the Niners score this drive, then technically it's a 3-score game, which means we would sim. We'll see if that becomes the case. I mean, San Francisco now is at 45. Dak has played really well. He has impressed me today. He has definitely impressed me.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score Niners 21.
3 quarters down. Nobody scored in that quarter. Still 21-7. Niners have the football now, though. And San Francisco can try to end this game. Pretty much end this game with scoring on this drive. Bucks have to get a stop.
Austin Eckler, the ball carrier. Patrick Queen on the tackle. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line. Prescott's pass complete to Corey Davis. That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2, can they get it? Yep, another first down for Eckler. Niners are getting close to field goal range. I don't know offhand who their kicker is. Last year in OFL 20, when I was with the Niners, we had Josh Lambo, who wasn't even that highly rated. This year in the game, he's super highly rated, but last year he wasn't. And he was still really good. Flag. That was a late flag, too. Okay, it's holding. On probably the offense. On Taylor Moton. That is a huge flag. It's still 1st down, but now it is 1st and 19.
Austin Eckler, the ball carrier. Bobby McCain on the tackle. A 5-yard gain. Brings up 2nd down. At the
Dangerous throw. I think that's C.J. Henderson. He could have made a play on that ball. 3rd and 14. Niners are not in field goal range. Or I guess they're in field goal miss range. They might go for the kick, but it wouldn't be good. Dak sends it deep and it's dropped. That was a good throw. Solid coverage, but that was definitely accurate. Okay, they will punt it. I thought they were going to kick the points, but yeah, no, this is the right call. They should punt it. So the Bucks still have a fighting shot with 5:40 to go. Oh dear, what a punt. That was close. That was almost a what a punt. Tampa Bay is a little bit under 6 minutes, down by 14. They're not out of it. They're not looking good. Well, they're not out of it. And that's all that matters. Okay, that could have been real bad for the Bucks. That defender could have jumped that route and ended it.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So Tampa Bay is super lucky.
Love's pass.
3rd and 2 now. If they don't get it, they have to go for it, right?
8 yards on the pickup.
I would have to imagine they'd go, yeah. It'd be crazy not to.
3rd down.
And it's picked! So they won't get to go for it. This is going to be a nice return. Inside the 15. Crawford is hurt for San Francisco. I don't know who that was with the pick. I'm sad CBS would show the Bengals Dolphins over Browns Titans. It sucks being in this area because we get so many NFC East games, it drives me insane. I swear, I've seen 4 Washington games, 4 Giants games, and like 8 Dallas games this year. It's so annoying. Chuck Clark was willing to pick. Obviously, I mean, in an Eagle area, I expect to see every Eagle game on TV this year. That makes sense. But not everybody in the area wants to see Washington, the Giants, and Dallas every week. Thank goodness I found that one streaming app, because the only game Detroit's been on TV this year for us is Thanksgiving, and they're on TV for everybody on Thanksgiving. Is that Nate Solder who just caught that? I think that was Nate Solder. Huh. But, I mean, we get Browns-Titans, so I'm not overly upset, because that's a really good game. That could determine a lot of things for wild card. If Indy wins the division, if not, not as much. Dak to Nate Solder, what a duo. As Austin Eckler scores, it's a 3-possession lead, which means it is time to sim. If it becomes a 1-score game, or if we feel we have to hop in at any point, we will. Oh, now Terry McLaurin's game of football. Took a while. So a very quick drive by the Bucks. We'll be back. I mean, based on how Jordan Love has played in his first 2 seasons, I definitely don't doubt that. I think this Bucks team certainly has a bright future. San Francisco gets the onside. 3rd and 8, they get 9. You can see Browns, Titans, and Philly, but I can't. Yeah, I don't really know how that works, but I'm not upset about it. I'm not upset about it. That's gonna be a really fun game. Bucks are using all their timeouts. Is that a first? Yep, that's game. They're still running it though. Okay. Husker out here trying to pad the lead. Okay, now they're nailing it. And that is how this game will end. The Niners beat the Bucks, so both 2 seeds win, and I predicted both 7 seeds to win. So this means the Niners will play the Panthers. Ooh, that's a really good game. Niners-Panthers. And then Dallas will play Green Bay. We have not watched Green Bay yet this year. And they're a 1 seed. And we've only seen the Cougars once, and that was week 17. At least the Cougars are a user. I mean, the Packers... I guess the Packers are a user, but it's not like our coach is active. Jordan Love statistically wasn't terrible. He did throw 2 interceptions. Dak Prescott was really good. He was very, very good. Running the ball, Austin Eckler was super impressive. McCaffrey was average. Below average for his standards. He was the leading receiver in receptions, not quite in yards, down to Corey Davis. Terry McLaurin caught 1 catch when we actually watched the game. That can't happen. I did not realize the Bucks had Will Fuller. I guess he scored 100 touchdowns, yeah. Jared Cook is hurt. That's not good for them. I'm going to need to tell my mom I need to go to Philly for the day. Eagles play in the 4 o'clock slot, right? Oh, yeah, they play the Packers. Oh, my goodness, that's going to be a blowout. Another 3 win for the Packers. You hate to see it. Shout out to Madden for not crashing on me. Alright, so just to make sure, the other 2 first games that crashed and we have force wins for, I'm pretty sure they are correct. I just want to double check. The away team won, the home team won. Okay, we're going to save it here and then simulate forward. Watching if the Diablos or the Steamers win, I mean, we'll probably be able to reopen up one of the saves. That would be really annoying, though. Downloaded Yahoo Sports. So you guess you'll be Alrighty. I don't even know how much I want to watch the last 5 Lions games of the year. I mean, I'm curious to see what Darrell Bevell has up his sleeve. But especially if DeAndre Swift misses more time, I mean, that team's going to be hard to watch. And we play the Bears this week. That game's going to be ugly. I honestly think we're going to win this week because teams do well with interim coaches in their first games, and we're coming off a long week, and the Bears are starting Mitchell Trubisky. Now, Mitchell Trubisky is always really good against us for whatever reason, so I'm not overly confident. How would I describe IT? A budding star. Actually, a budding superstar. So in the second round, the Force wins are correct. Thank the Lord. So we have the Raiders and the Cougars, the Patriots and the Texans, the OFL 20 New England Bowl, Dallas and the Packers, and the Panthers and the Niners. So those are the final 8 teams. The Chiefs, Dolphins, Diablos, Steamers, Saints, and Bucks have all been eliminated. Okay, it looks like in the simmed games that were technically simmed, Dallas beat the Steamers 24-21. I think that was the actual score of the game. I think it ended up being 24-21. And then New England over the Diablos 28-22. Let's see, players of the week here. Hopefully not too many from the New England game or the Dallas game because those stats are all wrong. Yep. 3 of the 4 are from the New England game and the Dallas game. The only one that's not is Mo Hurst, who had 2 sacks. The only player here who won was Kyle Van Noy. Huh. How would I describe the Thunderbirds? Not very good at this moment, but they have Patrick Mahomes. Who do the Lions play? The Lions play the Bears in Chicago. Talent-wise, I'd say they're a little bit better than those, not by much. In Chicago, which is good for them, but interim coach, long week. I don't know. I just have a weird feeling we're going to win. And I don't know why. Alright, so next stream we're either going to watch all 4 or we'll do 2 and 2 again. Then we got Conference Championship, then we got OFL Bowl, and then that's it for Season 1. I don't think there's... Oh, injuries. I do want to see injuries. And then I think that will be it. The Niners, I don't think anything has changed there. Packers, Dalvin Cook, obviously, and T.Y. Hilton. Obviously, they can't change. Carolina, nobody. New England, nobody. Raiders, nobody. Texans. Aaron Jones is out 1 more week, so he'll be back next week if they beat New England. Chicago, a few guys on defense. Dallas is nobody. I feel like I skipped somebody. We still have 8. We got the Niners, we got the Packers, we got Dallas, got Carolina, got New England, got the Raiders, got the Cougars, and got... Okay, so we did get everybody. Alright. So that will end the stream. I hope everybody enjoyed. And we will continue once again with the OFL playoffs either this weekend or early next week. So that should be fun. Peace out, everybody.